If you look out in the pasture and you see your horse pointing a foot, just standing there, that of course is not a natural position that they'll stand in. And what that can just simply mean is that he's releasing, or your horse is releasing, the tension in the coffin joint area or in the navicular bone area. And so navicular syndrome is when you take your horse into the veterinarian, and the vet can do several different tests. They can block the foot, they can use hoof testers, or a combination of both, and they'll say, well, your horse has the symptoms of navicular disease, or what we'll term navicular syndrome. And so with navicular disease, it's actually changes in the bone, like I said earlier. Navicular syndrome can be sore heels, soreness in and around the bars, soreness over the frog and through the whole frog, or just soreness in the back of the foot. And usually what that means is just severe inflammation in the back of the foot. And it usually starts with tension across the deep flexor tendon. And as that tension builds, say for instance a long toe, or with unknowingly maybe you forgot to trim your horses and your horse got long, it didn't wear its feet off properly, and so your farrier couldn't get out there as soon as you needed him to, and your horse got sore. And it does happen, and it's quite prevalent with quarter horses. So that can be one thing, or it can just come from shoeing. If the farrier that you're using is shoeing your horse and the feet are slightly distorted, or the heels, maybe the toe has gotten long and the farrier leaves a little bit of heel to try and change the angle of the foot, that also creates tension against the deep flexor tendon. And so these things create inflammation in the back of the foot, and then can cause the pain, and what your vet will term navicular syndrome. And navicular syndrome is quite treatable, and especially if we use more current and up-to-date information that has been out for about 20 years now, we're able to not only treat navicular syndrome, but your horse will most likely never get navicular disease, which is quite a debilitating disease that we'll talk about at another time.